Good Friday morning, friends. Thank you so much for joining us for Fox 44 First Edition. I'm Carly Laing. And coming up, Danielle Uliano has our final look at our Thursday morning forecast, and it's High Five Day, so
get out there and high-five somebody.
We'll have your final forecast after a quick break. Stay with us. I'm going to be going up in one of these later this morning. I got to get myself prepared. We're going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Hit it, my friend. Woo! We are live out here in Ascension Parish. Working since about 10 a.m. this morning, dropping sandbags on Highway 713. They've had 2 helicopters coming in and out, loading these sandbags. Now, these sandbags weigh about 4,000 pounds each. A big concern was that storm surge and a lot of flooding. So kind of what happened with that? Why aren't we seeing some of that water? This parking lot is continuing to fill with water, and it's coming in pretty quickly. Over here between this tree line, that is the Vermilion River. As you can see, it has spilled over, and this entire parking lot is now pretty much a lake. Ticket scams, unfortunately, it's a thing that happens. But one Tiger fan, he actually scammed a scammer, and he ended up winning pretty big. Everyone, we have some breaking news just into our newsroom in the last few minutes. The Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office is currently investigating a deadly shooting. Be careful out there if you're out on the roadways. Again, if you're running into things like this, let us know so we can let our viewers know. Thank you to our viewer for tweeting that out. This again on Twitter. That's an alligator, y'all, in someone's neighborhood. This was out in New Iberia, which is a little bit farther away. Another new feature, probable cases. Today we're just over 700 there. Crews out working to remove trees from the roadway earlier today. This was the scene this morning on Highland Road. We have breaking news tonight. A resident at St. James Place has tested positive for coronavirus. That news just into our newsroom moments ago. Thank you for joining us tonight. We begin with breaking news. 2 more presumptive positive cases of coronavirus have been reported in Louisiana. We begin tonight with developing news. A Donaldsonville man is recovering in the hospital after authorities say he was shot twice in his own driveway. As you can see, folks on Twitter not very happy about it. This tweet says, "This tweet is as bad as your customer service." We're learning new information this morning in that deadly hit and run we first told you about over the weekend. Seeing news this morning, some pretty extraordinary video. A house explosion in Texas was caught on camera by a police dash cam. Take a look at this video behind us. It shows the explosion after a vehicle crashed into a home. So delicious. I'm sorry I'm being rude talking with my mouth full. We're going to take a quick break. You can find this recipe on our website, beerproud.com. We'll be right back.
On the back, between the leg. You're going to fake and pass it on the knee. There you go. There you go. She got it. Like an expert. There you go. And nothing happened to you now.
Oh, yeah. So I'll be joining the team next week. See you guys there. Community Coffee has been brewing fresh local coffee here in South Louisiana for nearly a century. Well, one woman has had a front row seat to the entire show. And this week's Louisiana Women, we're going to introduce you to Donna Siraj. She's the woman who has lived and breathed community for almost 6 decades.
There's something special about a hot, fresh cup of coffee.
Okay, well here, I'll pour you one. I'll pour you a fresh cup.
Soothing and familiar.
Yum.
A feeling many people get when sipping community coffee.
I cannot imagine my life without community coffee.
Donna Siraj, manager of CCC Holding, joined Community Coffee back in 1957.
I married into this company 62 years ago.
Little did she know this small family business would be a staple in homes across Louisiana 100 years later.
We didn't drink that much coffee, and I learned to drink coffee and learned to love the product and love the business.
Even though she wasn't running the company, she played a big role in shaping it to what we know today.
But I think I validated many of his decisions, and he made a lot of good ones, and I like to think that maybe I was a part of that.
She poured that same sense of family into the community.
But I had the time to really give back to the community by volunteering. Remember when I first started serving on boards, I was maybe the only woman on the board.
As society evolved, so did her mindset on business.
But I found that as more women came on boards, in making the decisions, we became more and more valued. It wasn't that way 50 years ago, and it's exciting to see the way that's changed.
Now in 2019, Siraj says there are no limits for women. In fact, she was named this year's most influential woman in business.
I had never once thought about even being considered for it, and that's the honest truth. And it was such a joy to stand up there with 9 incredible women and to think that I'm one of them.
But no matter how much has changed over the last century, one thing has always remained the same.
To keep this flavor, the one that you expect in the morning when you make that cup of coffee, the beans may taste different this year than they did last year, and yet we maintain this same flavor. And I think it's the same thing with a business. New ideas come in, but we maintain the same values, just like we maintain the same flavor.
A flavor she hopes will be brewing for many years to come.